Look like you're working. So we're finally finishing up the interior so we can get the interior pieces in there like the seats, the steering wheel and other stuff to come in the next video. It's been close to a year since we painted the exterior of the car, so we are way behind on it, but better late than never.
We want to make sure that the interior of the car is completely painted before we put the new seats in. We don't want the seats anywhere near this paint.
So we're gonna start today by scraping out the rest of the sound deadening that is still in the car with these putty knives. And then we've got these three things here to kind of help us out today. We've never used an airbrush before, but we're hoping if it can help us get a bulk of the area, it's gonna help speed things up quite a bit.
While RJ is getting the sound deadening out, I'm going to be removing the driver's seat and then grabbing my scrap pieces of Alumilite. We're gonna build some door cards. On the inside of the door, it's super complex and it'd be very difficult to paint. On top of that, his door handles don't really have a place to sit. So we're going to be cutting out basically square pieces of Alumilite to replace his door cards. They won't weigh very much, but it'll make the car look a lot better and it'll be way easier to paint. So we got the driver's side door card cut out. It doesn't fit absolutely perfect. We're not super worried about it. In fact, the smaller the better, less weight we're adding back to the car. One of the things we're gonna have to do, because we want this door handle to sit flush against the Alumilite instead of sitting back recessed in the door where the door card would have it before, is we're gonna have to trim out some metal right here so that this wire that controls the door locks can come forward. And then right here, we're gonna have to trim this just a little bit because the controller for the mirrors is gonna hit right here based on the hole that I drilled. So we're just gonna trim this right here and then trim this, and then we're gonna be putting the door card on, and then everything on the inside of the car will be painted blue. So the driver's side door card has been completed. We got our door handle and the mirror adjustment controls will go there. We're going to be doing the other side. Luckily enough, the door handle sits in the same spot on the other side, so we're just going to flip this over and cut the other one out in a mirror, and then we'll be putting those on the car. RJ's almost done with the sound deadening, and then we'll be painting.
So we got the door card on. We did 2 screws in every corner, but those 8 screws will hold in enough. We will be adding 2 more screws when we put the door pull back on. We're waiting to do that before we paint it, just because ease of painting the door card. But it is super solid and we're not too worried about it going anywhere. To finish up the interior paint, we're going to be doing stenciled Tenza Motorsports on the interior of the door cards and the bulkhead. We're going to be using a gunmetal to match the wheels as closely as we can, because I'm going for a gunmetal black and blue color theme. And this black will be used for another part of the stencil work. We'll show you when we're doing it. We've also got this 3M grip tape we'll be putting in the footwells of the driver and passenger side. After that, the interior should be closely finished aside from the bolt-on parts we've got to go inside.
Feel your energy when our eyes touch, so familiar deep inside, like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had.
We weren't able to time lapse the bulkhead painting just because it was like really tight in here. But I'm actually really satisfied with the way that these stencils are turning out on the doors and the bulkhead. I really like the overspray look. I think it looks really good. And then after we finish up that side, we can get those door pulls in, and that'll be it for paint. So we're finally done, actually finally done this time, with the cosmetics of the interior of the car. We got all tonight's projects done that we wanted to do done, which is kind of a first for us. We usually like drag things on forever, but we finally got tonight's projects done. I'm really satisfied personally with the way that they look. I think the stencils and the grip tape look really cool. The grip tape is more functional if anything, but I think that matte black on that blue looks really cool. The door cards stand out really well. That bulkhead looks awesome back there. I think the overspray looks really good. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. Is I'm really satisfied with the way that it looks.